Hello, how are you? Anything I can help with? Waterflame says that they want to introduce a friend to my videos, but they're not sure where to start. Which videos would you say are your best representation of you? That's a tough question, isn't it? Because I make all sorts of different kinds of videos. I do have a favorites playlist that is on, if you go to my channel page, that should be on there. Clone Hard is one of my favorites. My proposal video, though those aren't really representational of most of the kinds of videos I do. And that's a hard thing, because for a while there I was doing daily vlog style, like kind of Casey Neistat style, and I'm kind of going back to that a little bit. But sometimes I just do straightforward comedy talk at the camera. So there's one called Weezy Waiter Explained, which would prepare you for the talk at the camera comedy style. And then otherwise I would say one of my past 3 videos would be great for what I'm doing now. There you go. And then we got Gavin Foster. How do I find motivation to finish writing lyrics to and recording some songs I've been sitting on for months? Also, you and Matt are great lyricists. What's your process for writing lyrics? Lyrics can be very hard, especially if you don't really know what you want your song to be about. I would say err on the side of less than more, because often if you're writing a song and you're really into how it sounds, excuse me, I'm drinking a beer. That was a beer burp. If you're into how it sounds, that might mean that the sound of the song, the music, the mood that it creates is more important, because that's what you're caring about than what the words are. Sometimes the words should... when Matt and I are good, I think, is when our lyrics help add to the mood. They have good imagery to them. It's more about the sound and the feel of the words rather than the literal meaning. Sometimes the literal meaning is important, but often when people listen to music, they're not listening for a story. They're not listening to be preached to about something or to hear about your emotions. Sometimes it's just good to create a mood and have imagery. Think about imagery. Think of a cool image, describe it. Try that. I don't know. Above a Bar says, do you ever miss being an actual waiter? You know, I used to live above a bar when I was an actual waiter. And yes, I do. Oddly enough, while I was waiting tables, I didn't want to be waiting tables. But the main reason I didn't want to wait tables wasn't the job itself. It was more the idea that I was waiting tables. I thought I wanted to work in entertainment. I thought I was good at making entertainment, video, movies, writing, whatever. And here I was waiting tables, not using the skills that I thought I should be. And I thought it was going in the wrong direction. That's the main reason I didn't enjoy being a waiter. That said, the job itself, there are plenty of career waiters, and I'm sure they're very happy, and they should be, because the job itself can be good. There are good things about it. It is tiring. You're on your feet a lot. You do deal with bad customers often. Sometimes you might have a bad boss or bad coworkers. Those are the bad things. But the good things, for me, coworkers. I miss working with people. I miss having a team of people that I worked with. I do stuff mostly by myself every day now. And I miss, when I left work, not having to worry about work. It was done. That day, all the tasks were done. I left work, it was gone. I didn't have to worry about getting someone food. When you're doing creative stuff like this, you're constantly worried. Every day, everywhere you go, everything you do is part of your job, because you're looking for inspiration. You're trying to think of what to do next. And I miss the exercise. I miss being on my feet. I miss interacting with customers. I miss interacting with people. But that said, I'm probably not going to go back to it unless I really need some more money. Gricklav says, Mr. Waiter, I'm having a rough time and trying to focus on overlooked good things about life, but the fact I survived today. Any suggestions? Well, sometimes having a rough time, you should just focus on that. Sometimes let it process within you. Just think about how, this sucks right now, but I'm getting through it. Think about how awesome you are for managing to get through this rough time, and how strong you are, because you survived. You're still here, and you can continue to survive. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. But if you would like to focus on good things, I guess the answer is focus on good things. Take a deep breath. This is advice I always give. Sit down, breathe slowly, and think about, in fact, list in your head all the things and people you are thankful for. Make a list. After a while, it really does calm you down, and it changes your perspective. It works for me. Lee Meehan says, I've been feeling like nothing I work on is worth showing to anyone. For example, I made a presentation for my criminal justice course at my college and thought that it was bland and not something I would want to see, so I never presented it and I failed at class. I know I should be more upset about failing, but I am really upset about the lack of quality in my work lately. How do you keep yourself focused on the kind of work that you want to show the world? Well, one thing I do is burp. Well, I assume, I've made a video about this, Secret to Being Creative. I often assume that the things I create aren't good. Sometimes I hate what I create. I don't fall in love with, I don't expect to love the things that I do. And that leads to me being more productive because I don't get all caught up in my head. I don't worry about things being perfect. And if I end up making something and it's like, could have done better, I'm still going to put it out in the world because that's my mindset all the time. And many times I'll think that and I'm wrong. Many times I'll make something and I think it sucks and I put it out there and some people think it's their favorite thing that I've ever done. That's happened a few times. It's happened several times. I've made a lot of things. But I've also made lots of things that I don't care about. That's just the nature of doing stuff. Not everything you do is going to be great. And you're just going to have to accept that. One example, Dr. Clone. I had a video called Dr. Clone. I remember this one specifically because I complained to China, not the country, my wife, and I said I didn't like it. This video sucks. I'm not going to like this. People aren't going to like this. She watched it. She loved it. And I assumed she just said that because she was trying to make me feel better. But to this day, she maintains it's one of her favorite videos of mine. The one where it's an old video called Dr. Clone. I think it's called Dr. Clone, in which I spill spaghetti sauce on my foot, if you remember, or if you want to go back and look. And I thought it was just weird and dumb and it just wasn't going to work out. I look back on it now and I really like it. So you might not even be as bad as you think. It's really hard to get out of your own head. Retro the Gamer says, I had a liver transplant at the beginning of the year. After 2 years of being very sick, medically everything is improving, but I feel like my life is frozen in place. My friends are married and starting families while I'm still single, living with my parents while recovering. Societal pressures are no fun, and feeling guilty for feeling unhappy is no fun either. I'm grateful I received a new liver, but now I feel more pressure than ever to make the most of this gift. I don't feel this way all the time, but sometimes thoughts creep in. P.S. Currently playing Breath of the Wild. Great game. Yes, good choice on game. Okay, let's see. No one, there's no rule. There's no time, there's no schedule for being human. There's no specific schedule that you have to follow. Many, many people blossom later in life or way early. It's a roller coaster. I don't know how old you are, but life is kind of long. So I've gone through all ends of the spectrum. I've worried that I was alone. I was never going to find anyone. I had no career. I wasted my time in my youth, and I was going to never amount to anything. But this changes. Like if I look back in 5-year increments, my life is very different every 5 years, it seems, or even 3 years increments sometimes. Just wait. Something will turn around. Be open to it. Be productive. Stay on your feet. Do stuff, and good things will come. I'm optimistic about this. And don't worry about comparing yourself to others. Missy Lilliput says, how do I stop craving coffee? I want it, but I can't have it right now. Thank you, Craig, for always having the best and most inspired answers. You can't. You're just going to always crave it. Is that the best, most inspiring answer? How to stop craving coffee. Have decaf. I know that's terrible. I know. But just have decaf or that does have a little caffeine, so maybe you can't have that either. Soda water. LaCroix coconut soda water is like my favorite thing. Topo Chico in Texas is really good. Maybe soda water mixed with a little juice. I don't like juice. I don't drink juice. It's basically sugar water, health-wise. But a little bit of juice mixed with soda water, it's real good. And just find something like that you're excited about that you can replace. Because often the best part about coffee is the ritual of waking up every morning and making it and smelling it and drinking it. Or maybe try actually making it and don't drink it. Just make it, smell it, and have juice or something else. Maybe that'll be too much torture. I don't know. That's really all I can say. I stopped craving it after a week of giving it up. I kind of just stopped craving it. It takes time. But I went back to it. I'm back to coffee again, guys, because I just want to be. Because I was off coffee for like 2 or 3 months, and now I'm just back because I notice when I have it, I enjoy work more. I'm more productive. That's just a fact. I can prove it now because I went 3 months without it. So anyway, Cover Haven. Hey Craig, I'm a medical school graduate from Pakistan. I'm trying to take the U.S. medical board so I can train here, but the journey has been really tiring. I feel like I'm going to badly fail in everything, and the past 2 years of struggle will be for nothing. How do I get rid of the feelings of mediocrity? You're being silly, worrying about failure. People fail. You might fail. It's better than not trying. It always is. Unless I suppose you go like way in debt and lose all your money, and well, even then, no, because you probably are going into debt if you're training in medical school. Even then, it's still worth it. There's plenty you can do in debt. At least I don't know how it works in Pakistan, but in the U.S., most people I know are in debt. Just don't worry about failure. If you're struggling, if you are, I think it's good that people worry about failure. The worry of failure is what makes us good. It's what makes us try harder. If we didn't worry about failing, we just kind of do stuff and not worry. So a little worry is good. Feelings of mediocrity. Does that mean you feel like what you're doing doesn't matter? I don't get at all. If you want to get into medicine somehow, that's of course going to be useful. So you're not making any sense when it comes to mediocrity. So just go for it, dude. I don't know. I'm no expert. That's basically what I said. What sums up what I said. Just go for it. Harrison1875 says, Craig, I need to make a demo tape to advance my career in radio, but I keep putting it off. Whenever I get behind the mic and record myself, I listen back and I hate what I hear. So I keep re-recording and it ends up sounding scripted and awful. How do I get over the hate of my own output? Like I said before, I hate what I do often. I hate what I create. When I write a script, when I edit a video, or shoot a video or anything, any creative process for me is like, okay, how do I hate this less? What can I do here to make this something I hate less? Like, I'll write a script, I'll write a line like, that kind of sucks, and keep writing it until I'm like, that almost is good, and that's my process for everything. So you're always going to feel that way. That said, if you're just getting started and you're recording yourself and you sound scripted, you might be right. It might be bad. You might be bad at it. Most people are bad when they start. You got to keep going. You get good by doing. Ask people. Post it on SoundCloud. Post it on Bandcamp or just some random audio place. Post and then link to it on Reddit or on Twitter and ask people, what do you think? Or YouTube. You're more likely to get comments, very honest comments on YouTube, or just negative to be negative, and be prepared to be torn apart. That's how you get better. That doesn't mean it's not for you. Everything requires practice. If I thought it would come naturally, things came naturally, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. Jacob Edmonds, pretty inspired. Do you have any tips on grant funding application writing? I've never done it. Why did I put this question in here? Sorry. I've never done it, but I would say do it. Ask people for money. Say, dear so-and-so, love the name, first of all. Secondly, give me money, please. Oh, I got better advice. There's this website, http://www.google.com/index.html. Actually, if you do google.com/index.html, what comes up? I'm assuming Google, but let's see. Oops, I went HTML. Hitmall. Oh, okay. Nothing comes up. Don't do the index.html. Then you might find some good info there. Amit Dinar says, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. The problem is that in the past few years, maybe I'm trying to lose weight. Nothing serious, just 10 to 15 kilograms max. I don't know how much that is. But I'm an American, United Statesian. But my self-control and my willpower, I think that's the phrase, are basically zero. So I don't really eat less or exercise other than with my gym coach. Any advice? Greetings from Israel. Amit. You just have to do it. It's really, you're gonna have to accept being hungry. I remember when I was first starting, I realized, yeah, I'm just gonna be hungry. I want things. I want to eat right now. And I just don't. You just accept it. You're just like, okay, I'm just gonna be hungry for a while. I'm gonna want things for a while. You just have to not respond to the wanting of things. I use the app Lose It, which really helps. If you count calories on Lose It, I'm sure you're probably doing something to count calories and it's not working, but try it anyway. Lose It is a good app to keep track of what you eat. Find out what calories are in everything you eat. Find foods that fill you up, make you feel full more. I think foods with higher protein make me feel full more. Eggs, chicken, peanuts, and then vegetables like broccoli. You can have a huge mound of broccoli, and it's almost nothing in calories, and that'll fill you up for a little while. Drink soda water. Again, I love soda water because there is no calories in it, and it makes me feel like I'm drinking something with substance, but because of the bubbles. But it's really just water, and instead of drinking actual soda, the sugar in that will destroy you. Figure out a way to get used to drinking soda water. That's my advice. Bridget Griffin. Hey, Craig, I'm graduating from high school this year. What should my yearbook quote be? Dear Greg, someone named Greg, not Craig. My name's Craig. Dear Greg, hope you have a great summer. Looking forward to all of our future together or apart. I don't know if I'll see you or not in the future, but it's been a good. Bridget. That'll do it. Random person. Hey, Craig, I want to thank you first of all for making these videos. I find them really interesting and how Now, on to my question. I'm 15 and I'm currently learning to make video games as I think that is what I want to do with my life. But even though I find the process of designing them really fulfilling, it's really hard for me to keep my motivation up to work on them, especially if I hit a roadblock. Got any tips on staying motivated? You're 15. It's okay to not feel like you need to work all the time. I didn't. I played a lot of video games. I'm assuming you want to make video games because you like playing video games. I used to want to make video games. I, in fact, wanted to get into computer programming or computer engineering or something in college, and with the hope of maybe making video games someday. And then I didn't. And then turns out I actually just wanted to get into movies and wanted to tell stories. And there's plenty of different ways to do that. And there's plenty of different ways to probably get whatever it is you want to get out of making video games with many professions. And you're going to find that as you get older. You're pretty young. Don't feel like you got to be locked into anything. If you don't feel like working on something, don't work on it. That said, sometimes things are going to be difficult. If you're not working on it because it's difficult, you're going to have to try harder. It depends on why you don't want to work on it. But that said, you got time. You're 15. Guy001 says, I'm competitive with almost everything I do. It's kind of annoying. I just can't stop. I've taught myself to have good fun, but I still do those things at 110%. I just want to know how to shake this stupid habit of mine. Here's the thing. It's okay to be competitive. Being competitive is a good motivator to do things well, as long as you're not a jerk to people. Figure out a way to be competitive and not be a jerk. And if you lose, don't be a sore loser. It's okay to be competitive. It's okay to want to win. And most people want to win. Just learn how to lose well. I find that I'm the best at learning how to lose well and losing well. Way better than you. Yeah, I am. Paper Jolio. I'm tired and stressed, but excited. I moved most of my stuff in my new apartment today, and I was hoping to use this opportunity to get rid of some of my shirt I've accumulated since I last moved 4 years ago. While I was initially able to throw away a lot of things, toward the end, I turned into more of a frantically throwing things in boxes situation. Any tips on minimalizing while I unpack? We are good minimalists, China and I. I think the problem might have been that you just were running out of time and you had to move. Just don't unpack. Don't unpack. Use things. Unpack things when you need them. Just, and then give it a period of time. Let's say 90 days. 3 months. Let's say 3 months. After 3 months, if there's stuff in the boxes that you haven't gotten out, you're not using, axe it. Okay. Nabil Mansour says, metaphorically, I'm in a cage. How do I leave? You leave the cage metaphorically. Like a leaf falling from a tree. Or as a key entering a lock, unlocking it, and falling out of the lock onto the ground, and then onto a skateboard, and then rolling away to the land of opportunity. Fabricio Lara says, hello, Craig. How to wake up faster and don't spend 30 minutes half sleeping during a symphony of alarm clocks. Yeah, that's not good. I've learned to, I'm my own boss lately, and I wake up without an alarm clock now. But also, as I get older, I just wake up early. That sucks. I can't sleep in anymore. For you, what you should do is just get up. Bust that cycle. That's something I learned from Zay Frank, old video blogger. Bust that cycle. Try one day. Go to bed with the expectation of doing something crazy. Get up really early, like really early. Get up like 2 hours earlier than you normally would. Try it one day, just to be crazy, to have a story to tell. Just be like, I got up at 5 in the morning, or however. 7 if that's super early for you. And just get up, be tired the whole day. Just do it. Just set an alarm and know that you're going to feel terrible. You're not going to want to get up, and just do it because it's crazy. It's a fun project. And then maybe that'll help get you into shape. Or set your clock on the other side of the room and only use 3 clocks. I don't want to limit you too much. 3 clocks, other side of the room. Alexis Jarrett. Hey, Weezy. I'm struggling with making friends because I'm shy, quiet. I have a lot of acquaintances, but not really many really good friends. How do I stop being so self-conscious and act like myself around people? I've had the same problem growing up. And looking back now, I realize what my problem wasn't really a problem. I hated small talk. I hated, and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to just talk about random stuff to strangers. I still don't. But I realize no one does. Some people like it, though. I think what it is people like the small talk. They like the randomness. They like just idle chit-chat. I don't. And you probably don't either. You could also there's also fear involved. What people are going to think of you when you talk. But I guess, I don't know if this will help, but just realize that nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're saying. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. Everyone is just making it up as they go. Some people just don't care. They just say whatever comes to their mind. If you're not one of them, that's great. I'm not one of them. And on these videos I am, obviously. As I've gotten older, I've gotten a little more comfortable. But again, life is long. When you get older, you become more comfortable. Just don't worry that you don't know what you're doing and assume someone else does, because they don't. 2, other tip. Ask questions. Ask questions about other people. Just come up with a question or 2, just dumb questions, ask them. Ask, what'd you have for breakfast today? Maybe don't be too random, because then people think you're too needy, possibly. But, if you see someone eating and you're like, how's the pizza today? Or, ask something. Questions can help get things going. And if it doesn't, ask another question and another, or just walk away. Sunny days are coming. Hi, Craig. I live in Austin for a year, and I just moved to a new city in Texas closer to my family a few months ago. It was time to get in healthier and doing a lot of creative work I was really passionate about, but otherwise I was extremely unhappy there. Can you show me some beautiful shots of auditorium shores and also complain about Austin a little bit, trying to not be homesick for a place I knew was only temporary. Okay, here's some auditorium shores. I shot this for Weezy Waiter main channel. There it is. Ugly, right? Ugh. Ugly. Also, Austin is the public transit here is terrible. There's like a train, but it doesn't go anywhere useful. And for a while there, they didn't have Uber and Lyft. They do now, but they didn't for a while, which, duh. And it gets so stupid hot. I know you're in Texas. You are still in Texas, and you probably don't have public transit. But this is a big city. No public transit. Stupid. Also, I had some pizza the other day that wasn't the best pizza I've ever had. Ugh. And it's allergy season. Okay, this one's genuine. Allergy season sucks. Allergy season here is the worst I've ever experienced. It hurts my asthma sometimes. And it's allergy season's happening. And it's happening almost all year in Austin. So yeah, Austin sucks. I hate it. Alex Devis says, can you post your workout regimen? I'm going to start doing some at-home things to lose weight. Some at-home things to lose weight, and yours seem to be working. I just did it today. I use an app called 7 Minute. It's a 7-minute workout. There's several different ones, but they're all the same workout. It's not easy at first, but if you do it over and over again, it gets easier. And it only takes 7 minutes. I do that before I run 3 times a week. And sometimes I'll do the 7-minute workout on days I'm not running. So here's the thing. Usually I try to run a shorter run 3 times a week. Let's say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in a row. 3 times a week, 3 miles each time, 3 to 5 miles, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then like on a Saturday or Sunday, I'll run longer, 10 to 12 miles lately. And before the runs, 7-minute workouts, and sometimes on days when I'm not running, 7-minute workout. And I count calories with Lose It. There you have it. That is all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful and not too rambly. Although I'm going to try to not edit these as much anymore. I think this one will end up having like 1 cut in it, as well as the auditorium shores beauty stuff. So, yeah. How are you?